Volanguela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambando na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreke ngo sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barong.
In the news tonight, rise in alleged assaults on police officers. Get medical attention if sick, urges health minister. And hundreds to benefit from new water system.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Heavy police presence across the country has been put in place to tackle criminal activities over the last couple of weeks. And while there's been a noticeable drop in petty crime, there has, however, been a spike in the number of cases of alleged assault on police officers. Sanyani Boiler joined the Suva Police Patrol team in the early hours of this morning and files this report.
5 people are in custody for alleged assault of police officers and for allegedly damaging police vehicles. The police force nonetheless continuing to ensure public safety.
Once upon a time I was hit by somebody here at Temptation. But then what you police officers are doing now, I think that's the right thing to do.
Fiji police presence is really good. You know, you feel much safer when you're going to buy a hot dog, and it's just really good to see some Fiji police out there.
For some, going out at night was never been safer.
The police presence now, they're so good. They got excellent work with them.
I've got punched 2 times here in Suva, like just beside Dragons. But then, because I'm a boxer, you know, I missed it, you know. From now to, the end of this year, maybe always, to make Fiji a safe place for foreigners and, islanders.
Police Assistant Commissioner Rusiati Tunrabu says they will continue to work around the clock.
The challenge for us is just to maintain the consistency of our presence in the city, especially in Suva, where there were lots of complaints that have been coming in.
Meanwhile, 10 people, including 3 women, will be produced at the Nandi Magistrates Court tomorrow, charged with allegedly disobeying police. They were allegedly found drinking in public places and when directed to disperse, refused to do so, resulted in their arrest. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangai-Nambete is urging Fijians showing any signs or symptoms of the meningococcal disease to urgently get medical attention. Symptoms of the disease include a sudden fever, vomiting, headache and a rash, red and purple in colour on the skin. The public health advisory has been issued after 3 people died this month from the disease. Maggie Boyle with the story.
The re-emergence of deaths from meningococcal disease has prompted the ministry to issue a public advisory.
It's important to understand that when someone is sick, they need to present themselves early to hospital because in the environment that we live in, the time that we live in now, this is a global problem.
Widow Selalia Kumar, her husband's symptoms seemed at first like the common flu. 12 hours later, though, and Narendra Kumar was pronounced dead.
I think actually happened to him just cause of his sudden death. It was just like normal sickness, vomiting and feeling cold.
Among the deceased is a 4-year-old boy, a concern Dr. Wangai-Nambete says they're looking into.
Given that we've had menstrual vaccination last year, the question is whether it's that child did not seroconvert. That's a question, or we have seen a different stage maybe. But at the moment, we haven't seen any other worrisome signs of meningococcal in any other Fijians or the family members that are related to the people that passed on.
To date, 9 people have died from the meningococcal disease, with around 85 Fijians infected. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Meanwhile, a team of health officials were in Nandi last night to carry out awareness on the deadly disease. The most recent victim of the disease was Dhirendra Kumar, who resided in Malolo, Nandi. The family had voiced their concerns that since the death of Kumar on Tuesday, they had not been seen by the health officials to assess those in close contact with him and possibly issue vaccinations. The health team carried out an awareness program with the family and close friends of Kumar from the community. The meningococcal disease is spread from person to person by the transfer of saliva or spit. The government will not rest on its laurels until every single household has access to safe, clean drinking water. This was highlighted by Minister for Infrastructure, Choneo Somate, while commissioning the Joint Rural Water Scheme project at Sawakasa village in Tailevu. Kelly Vadala reports.
The new water system will benefit more than 800 Fijians in Tailevu.
This water project has costed government $179,000. And it is an investment that we are happy to make because from clean water flow many benefits that keep us more productive and more resilient to environmental hardships.
Infrastructure Minister Choneo Somate says about 78% of our population has access to safe clean water.
Every drop of water is extremely precious. You will never know the worth of water until it is dry. So please conserve water and use it wisely. Government has brought clean drinking water to your doorstep. It is your responsibility to ensure that it is put to good use.
The new water supply system is a joint scheme which will benefit Fijians in Sakawasa village, Waivo settlement, Londoni village and Londoni primary school. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Up ahead, more than $640,000 raised at Methodist Festival. And tonight we bring the success story of a young businessman. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Methodist Church has raised more than $50,000 during its Festival of Praise, which ended yesterday. Church Communications Secretary Wilfred Rengunamanda says more than $152,000 was raised yesterday alone. The aim of this year's Methodist Festival is to raise $180,000 for the facelift of the Ndavui level Methodist institutions. Rengunamanda says a total of 533 choirs participated in the 8-day festival.
Even we have choirs that came from America, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and also Australia. So thankful to them for making it, coming in and being part of the conference.
There is no requirements for qualification to become a real estate agent, and this is a major issue faced by the Real Estate Agents Licensing Board. RealBee's chair Abdul Hassan says a salesperson who has 3 years of experience and has been working under an agent can become a real estate agent. He adds some real estate agents are not even following the law. Hassan says they're going to introduce exams for key players involved in real estate, which are agents, salespersons and branch managers. He says upon completion of the exams, they'll be in a better position to understand the law.
The main problem that we're facing is that the lack of education by the agents, the salesperson, and as you know that if you do not have the proper education, then you do not realize the consequences of breaking the rules.
The popularity of Suva's monthly rock market has seen an increase in the number of stalls and spaces to cater for new vendors. Today, Fijians learned of an environmentally safe and an economically friendly product, which is washable nappies on sale. Kritika Kumar reports.
Modern cloth washable nappies is the latest addition to the Rock Market family, and it focuses on keeping the environment clean through reusable nappies.
Just going, especially up in the west when you're driving along and you can see all the burn-offs and stuff like that, knowing that there are nappies in there, it'll just save so much landfill and so much waste. But
The mother of two says the idea of washable nappies was developed at home.
I have two little darling sons at home, and yeah, they've saved us some money. So we wanted to make a change to the environment and help our family out.
Meanwhile, Rock Market coordinator Elana Kaloni Singer says the event has attracted hundreds of people from all walks of life.
Today we've got an Australian lady in who's selling reusable nappies, which is a fantastic environmental initiative. She's doing fantastic. We've also got the team from Jaden's Farm that have got some beautiful potted herbs, which is nice inclusion into the market.
Rock Market is held every third Sunday of the month with new and unique items on sale. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
It was wet, wild and soapy and had party revelers in the sugar city of Lautoka soaked. Media partners, FBC's radio stations and the Fiji Festival's foam party had partygoers dancing under showers of foam complete with floating devices. The occasion, one of the first of its kind to be held in Fiji. It's the brainchild of former Fijian nationals whose events background in Australia has motivated them to try it out here for a worthy cause.
The whole concept is about come to Fiji, do a event in Fiji, make a bit of money, make a bit of profit, and then go back and give to the villages. So I'm from Bar, hopefully a village in Bar, give back to the kids, schooling, bags, anything I can help out with.
Whenever you see a successful person, you only see the public glories, never the private sacrifices to reach them. Tonight we look into the journey of a young entrepreneur who used his struggles as stepping stones to take his late father's business to another level. Kritika Kumar with this success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Joshua Chand was 22 years old when his father passed away 4 years ago. Leaving him with huge responsibilities, he struggled to fulfill slowly but surely.
So my dad took over this business. He bought it from the previous owner in the year 2007. So that is when it came into our family. But this, I believe this business has been in operation for more than 30 years or so. So my dad took over in 2007 and then he ran it till 2015 when he passed away. That is when I took over and currently I'm in charge of it.
Now 26-year-old Chand is the director of Dominion Funeral. He is taking a lead role in running his late father's business.
Well, there has been a bit of family problems as well as while you were growing up, you would know that as a teenager, there's so many problems that you face. So I guess just like any other teenager faces, I've faced peer pressure, school pressure, as well as personal matters that have actually, I would say that those issues that we face in life, it sort of molds you into the character that you become one day. So I guess those challenges have really taught me lessons, and especially the passing away of my dad. That was the biggest challenge, I guess, for me individually, because I had to step up and take care of my other two brothers and sisters, and as well as my mom.
The young Suva lad says his employees have played a huge role in supporting him and his family to move the business forward.
Making them feel that they are also a part of this business and doing all you can for them so that they also grow. It's not just that you as a business director or you as a person grow, it's like growing the people around you. So I guess that leads them to appreciate you more and sort of they give that extra effort that is needed to help you. And me sort of being in a tender age, I would say, I have needed that. So I don't claim to know everything. So though some of my employees, they have taught me over the years things that I didn't know.
This entrepreneur is urging Fijians not to doubt themselves and to strive for the best.
If you have talent and if you are good at something, but yet if you are lazy, it's no use having the talent. It will just go to waste. So I believe hard work is the key to anything. The more effort that you put in, no matter if you know what you are doing or if you are just in the learning stage, it's all about just giving your 100%. Give it your best. Work hard towards it. Do whatever you need to. Have that family support. Have that religious support that you get. Have that good people around you, and then one day you will most certainly succeed in whatever you are doing.
The Chand family plans to expand their late father's legacy and also to help as many people as they can on their way up. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Shamiza.
And I'm Salma.
We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
A number of local-based players have booked their spot in the Fiji Airways Flying Fijian squad to the Rugby World Cup. Coach John McKee says this is a good indication as all players have trained hard to be part of the final pick. Faria Begum with more.
These Flying Fijians have been preparing well in the lead-up to the 2019 Rugby World Cup, which begins next month in Japan.
We've got the Super Cup, very important competition for us, but also the Fiji Rugby Academy, there's some really good work there going into players on their fitness and their fundamentals of the game. And having the Drua and the NRC competition has been really important as well. So all those things sort of combine to bring our local players on.
Coach John McKee says it's all about the Flying Fijians.
But now everyone's selected, it's not about local players or overseas players. Everyone's a player who's a Flying Fijian, and I've emphasised to all the players that they must fight for position. They must all target, selection in the big games.
It's the second World Cup for Levani Mbotia, who is expected to add more power to the team. He says it's all about playing good rugby.
If they put me in the forwards, it's not new for me. I'm ready. I'm ready if they want to change my position, but mostly I'm focusing on the back line.
The Flying Fijians will take on Tonga in their Pacifica Challenge match next Saturday in New Zealand. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
The All Blacks have successfully defended the Bledisloe Cup last night after defeating Australia 36-0. This was Australia's 19th defeat by New Zealand at Eden Park. Faria Begum again with this story. Winning the Bledisloe Cup for Fiji-born All Blacks winger Sivaloni Rees is the best thing that's ever happened to him. The Jacks Nandi side defeated Rewa 4-0 in their Vodafone Premier League match at Pacific Harbour this afternoon. Team director Ashwan Singh says they knew which areas of Rewa to exploit even before the match.
So happy in this year we beat Rewa 2 times. One we beat Rewa in BOG, it was 4-0. In the first round of league we beat them 6-0. I told boys we know the Rewa's weakness, where the weakness is. We came too confident, too sure to beat Rewa today.
Nandi's goals were scored by Patrick Joseph, Tito Vondawanga and Rusiate Matarerenga. Meanwhile, in another match today, Suva beat Lautoka 2-1. Not being able to recover well was an issue that impacted the game for Lambasa yesterday, says coach Ronil Lal. Lambasa lost to Bar 3-0 in their Vodafone Premier League match yesterday. Lal says they spent a big portion of the time travelling and this had its toll on the boys.
We started off very well. And towards the end of first half, unfortunately considered a penalty, and towards second half we faded away. Because of fatigue came in, very less time for recovery, but it's not an excuse. We need to know that the league is still on and we have to look after ourselves well.
Complacency is a dirty word for Melbourne Storm coach Craig Bellamy, but that's exactly what the veteran mentor believes happened to his side during last night's narrow 22-18 loss to Canberra Raiders. The Storm looked like they were on their way to another easy home victory when they led the Raiders 18-0 in the first half of the match. Brief showers were experienced over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, fine apart from possible afternoon or evening showers prevailed elsewhere. Taking a look at the map, in the west, Bar was sunny throughout the day with other areas experiencing slight showers, but a perfect weather for an outing over the weekend. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, cloudy conditions and slight showers were experienced. A little bit of sun was out there early in the day. And up north, pleasant conditions early in the day for Lambasa and Nambawalu. Sabu experienced rain hitting the 20s. At sea, it was southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, gusting to 25 knots through the passages, moderate to rough seas, moderate southerly swells. Now looking at the tides, the next low tide is at 8:12 tonight, followed by high tide at 1:43 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:27. And for tomorrow, expect brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the other larger islands. And our outlook for Tuesday, no surprises, expect the wet weather to continue. Recapping the main stories for tonight, rise in alleged assaults on police officers. Get medical attention if sick, urges Health Minister. And hundreds to benefit from new water system. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question segment this week, we're asking, should there be extra penalties for inmates caught with contrabands? Visit our FBC website to answer. And remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj. Share it with us via Facebook page, FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, we're wishing you all a safe and enjoyable new week ahead. Until then, good night.
Natango merea maramani waya manatu sawa aweti kitunde nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na radio fijuan
yawa asna vatili yawa maga monika tondo baronga vale bona doma ibiti lambasa
bula natango aprosa ngarse ngor kraki do televio no baronga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti bang natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando taleta kana baronga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti su
Radio Fiji 1 Nandomo Iviti